Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, the competition on the Celebrity Apprentice is heating up. And straight from last night's explosive boardroom elimination, Lorenzo Lamas and Sean Johnson are here. Plus, we're turning this season's hottest red carpet trends into fabulous everyday looks. And Wendy's got you covered with all of today's extra juicy hot topics. Now, here's Wendy!
Alrighty then. Hello. Thanks for watching. My co-host, my studio audience. Thank you. I'm honored. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Be still my heart, thank you. Day 2, still trying to shake the cold. Well, I wanted to see Selma last night, with my Kevins, but when I got home from work, I wasn't feeling so well, so I put my robe on and got in the bed, set the alarm in time to wake up for The Apprentice. I didn't feel like cooking, so I brought food home with me. I got my family a selection of bruffins. Have you heard what bruffins are? Okay, well, I had to take the picture before I put them in the oven. Okay, now understand this, okay. Bruffins are these pastries filled with ingredients from around the world. For instance, like this one's like a chocolatey one, and I think this is an apple one right here. But the other ones are like buffalo blue cheese, and yes, like that. It's like a croissant. You bake it in a cookie tin, and they're the newest thing in New York. Remember the cronut? Remember the cronut? All right, well, the bruffin is the new craze. So here's the thing. So you have to undress the paper around them and put them on the cookie sheet and make sure you take the flags out, otherwise you'll burn your house down. So I had bruffins from around the world for me and my Kevins, and I laid the flags out strategically on the island so that I would know when I take the pan out which flags go back in which bruffin. Well, now here comes the boy. Washing his hands and throwing the paper towel down slovenly on the counter. Flags went everywhere. I had no idea what flavors I was eating, but they were all so delicious. And guess what, studio audience? You're all going home with the new craze, a free bruffin! Yes. Really good. And by the way, when I put that picture on my Facebook, a lot of my Facebook friends said, no, Wendy, too sweet for dinner time. No. There are only a few sweet ones. The rest of them are savory. You know what I mean? Like salt, pepper, hot sauce, savory. Good. They're like one meal in a month. Anyway, so then the alarm goes off and Celebrity Apprentice is on. Well, now, sometimes too much of a good thing is too much. And all I'm saying is, and I love Celebrity Apprentice, but you're asking for 2 hours once a week. Don't you realize we've got to get up in the morning? It's very difficult to pay attention, even though it was juicy. Yeah. I just wish that it was, 1 power hour instead of 2 hours. But Kenya and Brandi, well, they've been fighting all season long. Last night was no exception. Kenya lashed out at Brandi in the boardroom. Some people say that Kenya hit below the belt. I say all is fair when you go on a competition reality show. Now, take a look, and then we'll talk.
She always has this way of taking personal shots at me that are unnecessary and uncalled for. I didn't bring up Leanne Rimes with her when I had my scene. I didn't bring up the fact that her husband left her for a younger, prettier woman. So she shouldn't be doing that. She should leave my personal life alone, and obviously something that she doesn't know anything about.
You're doing it right now.
She shouldn't be talking about that. That was unprofessional, and it was uncalled for.
I don't know why, but on Celebrity Apprentice, I enjoy seeing this behavior because here's my thought, and I'm a very nice woman from New Jersey, but I can be as cutthroat as the worst. All I'm saying is if you're going on Celebrity Apprentice, you were never friends with these people before you got on the show. They're not sleeping with you. They're not paying your bills. When your run on Celebrity Apprentice is over, you might see them on one red carpet every 5 years. You are there to win and compete. Let's not get this twisted. So I feel like Kenya was right in hitting below the belt. Did you watch? Yes. Were you gagging? Yes. But salivating at the same time, right? It's just like when, and Sean is here, so we're gonna talk to her about this later on. Sean, wait, hold on. Listen, Sean had her period, and apparently she's one of these girls who doesn't get out of the bed when she has her period. And so Vivica called her out on it, and then Sean said something cutting about Vivica being like menopausey and something like that. All that mess is fair when we're watching. It's all fair. So we'll talk to Sean Johnson and also Lorenzo Lamas when they come out here later. Real nice season. Real nice season. Nice. By the way, one more thing about Apprentice, and this, I love the Trump family. Don't always agree with, Donald Trump, but I love him. I think he's very entertaining. And Ivanka Trump, I just think his kids, first of all the kids, Eric, Donald Jr., Barron, Ivanka, they're all so poised. They're the kids, no lie, I think that almost any parent would love to have. You never see them being dragged for filth coming out of One Oak, right? You never see them careening down the West Side Highway with a DUI. And she just sits there poised right next to her father, probably looking at everybody on the other side of the boardroom table like, thank God my life turned out differently. Now, I don't know whether this is beef being squashed or whether this is the girls putting up with one another. I suspect this is the girls putting up with one another. Apparently, there was a double date going on. Kim and Kanye and Jay-Z and Beyonce. I know. This is not what they wore on the dates, by the way. These are just pictures. But anyway, remember it was Jay-Z and Beyonce who last minute did not show up to Kim and Kanye's wedding when the place card was already etched in marble right there. Remember I was telling you, so it's not like they were able to just pick up a place card, rip it up, and replace it with somebody else. I mean, there was egg on their face because there's empty seats there. Anyway, they were spotted having dinner together in LA. Now, they got there around 12:30 at night and closed the restaurant at 2:30 in the morning. 2 hours for a dinner is a very healthy, respectful amount of time. So in our morning meeting, they were like, well, what do you think that they were talking about? I said, well, I think that Kanye, who we long since known, even before Kim, that he refers to, or at least used to refer to Jay-Z as like a brother from another mother type situation. So I think that it was the bros doing their bromance, and I think that the Beyonce was probably disgusted to be there, which is why a restaurant. Which is why a restaurant insider said that Beyonce spent the whole time on her device. Well, wouldn't you? And Kim sat there, oh my God, and laughing. Giggling and being charming to everything the boys were talking about. And then at one point during the dinner, Beyonce got up to go to the bathroom, and Kim grabbed her purse and followed her. And one of the restaurant insiders said that Beyonce looked disgusted at this entire situation. Well, I have to tell you, I would be too. First of all, no, come on now. Both, I'm sure, very lovely women separately. But you can't force people to be friends. And a 2-hour dinner is a long time. Kim and Beyonce do have stuff in common if they chose to communicate like civilized people, just to fake it so that we wouldn't know that nobody wanted to be there. For instance, they could talk about clothing. They both love clothes. They both are makeup girls and very beautiful girls. They both have new babies. They both have hot moms. So, you know, does your mom borrow your clothes? Yeah, mine does. They have pop. No, I'm serious. Listen, an effective communicator can talk to anybody about something for a period of required time. That's all I'm saying. But I know, in my mind, Beyonce's probably worried that Kim will put everything out on social media. Like if Kim says, I'm no longer into Karl Lagerfeld at Chanel. You know, I really happen to enjoy this particular designer. I could see Kim being the one to post, guess what Beyonce just told me? Even though it's not like a lightning rod statement, but it's just, you know, anything to prove that they're friendly. Quite frankly, I think that the boys should have gone out and met themselves and not made the girls suffer and be there. When the show was over, I'm not one for big talking, because I always feel like, if this was our situation, I think my husband would understand, just go out with your dude. Like, I really don't want to sit with, I'm sure she's a very nice girlfriend, but I really don't want to sit with her because we don't do the same thing, and I feel like I'm always on an uneven playing field because I share so much with you here on this show that when we get off the show, I really am talked out for the day. What? I'd be like Beyonce, I'd be on my device. Well, after 50, oh, the drama of it all. Well, after 15 days in prison, Teresa's family has gone to visit her. They would have gone, you know, on the 7th day, except the girls apparently had a full day, I guess, of ballet and play dates. And so Teresa thought that it was very important that the girls live their lives and stay to their schedules. I would imagine that's also a lot of mother's guilt. You know, like if you hadn't had your hand in something, Teresa, then she would have been there for the girls. So that's nice that she let the girls carry on with their day. So it was Joe, and Joe brought all 4 girls to visit Teresa. Now, I don't know what the modern prison is like, you know, other than when I watch on Locked Up Abroad, which is, they're hella dirty and hella terrible and hella dangerous. But if you watch Orange is the New Black, then you see, well, when families come to visit, there's not that wall of thick glass where you get on the phone and you have to touch handprints through the glass. Like in Orange is the New Black, you sit at like a cafeteria table and the whole family sits around and you talk. I just think that, though, Joe should have gone alone first to scope out the place and make sure everything is fine. Not so much for Gia. She's 14. She's a tough one. But maybe for this little goober down here and maybe the second goober right here, maybe, you know, he should have just gone first by himself to just check out the whole schematics of everything and then maybe gone the next time with he and Gia, the oldest. And then after that, decide what he wants to do. And I forgot that she's in a prison where she can buy makeup and stuff, so it's not like, you know how sometimes when your kids, you know how sometimes when your kids see you, if you're like a glamour girl, a beauty girl, always with the makeup and the red lipstick and stuff, when your kids see you at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you look like the sea hag, as opposed to the glamorous mom that they know, they tend to say, Mom, what's wrong? So I'm thinking, if this was not the kind of prison where there was makeup and good shampoo and apparently a prison hairstylist, then the girls going up there would probably really shock them. I mean, it's bad enough that Mom's going to prison, now she looks terrible. Well, not terrible, but you know how you look before you have your first cup of Sanka in the morning. Do you know what I mean? So, so all I'm saying is, Teresa, at least you'll be home in time for next Christmas. She's got 380 days, and we'll be counting. Thank you. Ugh. TLC's recording a new album. They want you to pay for it. Well, you've heard of Kickstarter. T-Boz and Chili are currently taking donations on Kickstart to fund their next album. Now clap if you would help donate part of the $150,000 that they need. You clap. Really? Now I don't understand, like, I understand that you love them. Now what are you good for? $25, $10? Like about 25 to 10? Well, I can tell you, my Norman, the black one, my Norman donated $10. And you can't believe they just opened up this Kickstarter yesterday, Norman, before the end of the business day.
Yep.
And today it's only 10:15 in the morning. They've already raised, as of before the double doors open and the man says, "Here's Wendy." They've already raised $60,000. And my Hot Topics team is on it throughout the show. So before we say goodbye today, I'm gonna give you an update. But this is like unbelievable to me. Like, we've all heard of Kickstarter, but I had no idea that people would care about kickstarting a project after your budget for the holidays has just been kicked. Right? Like, you just got finished buying holiday gifts for everybody. Well, I'll be honest, and Chili, T-Boz, I love both of you, but I've always been nothing but honest. I would have to venture to say, I don't care about a new TLC album, because nobody's buying music, not even the good stuff, nobody's buying it. What I would say that you guys should do is be happy that you're on that tour. It's a new tour with New Kids on the Block and Nelly. Yep. And when you get out there on the stage, you sing all the old songs that we know the words to. We don't care about the new music, we care about Waterfall, right? We don't care about new music, we care about Scrubs and all that. Like, we like to sing along with our old school friends' music. We don't care about new music, but good luck. I can't believe you've already raised $60,000 in 24 hours. Good for you. Good for you. Nelly will open, by the way. TLC will go on in the middle, and then New Kids will headline. It's a good tour, though. Yeah. I know you've heard about Tiger Woods and the tooth, right? And you know I'm a toothnista, so this affected me a lot. Teeth are very important. Tiger went to Italy to surprise his girlfriend, Lindsey Vonn. Sidebar, I'm shocked that they're still together. So a tiger can really change his stripes. You know what I mean? So Lindsey was accepting her trophy. She's a winner. And Tiger was gonna sneak up behind her wearing not just any mask, looking like, this is Tiger, okay? What part of Stone-Faced Killer? Okay, look. So he goes to sneak up behind her, but he got trampled, and a video camera swung into his mouth and knocked his front tooth out. So he's like, yay! Yay, our show! I mean, that has got to be the worst in the world. And he stayed. I would have pulled that mask up, slivered back to the hotel, and called an Italian dentist. Like, it's so funny. Just one tooth all of a sudden makes him look like a murderer, doesn't it? like between the mask, the eyes, the hat, and the tooth. If he was walking down the street towards you, I know I'm not the only one. I'm crossing the street, I'm going to the other side. I am, I'm frightened. I have this girlfriend, you know how I'm always telling you, if you're single and you want to meet men, you go where the men are, whether it's the boat show, the car show, or like when they have their fraternity conventions, you go to the fraternity conventions and you go with maybe one girlfriend or no girlfriends and you perch yourself in the lobby and you have a lot of thigh out and you have your wits about you and you wait to meet your mister, right? Well, I have a girlfriend who, I've told you this story before, but that might have been season 3. We're in season 6, so it's about time I rerun it. Look, I have this girlfriend who did just that. She went by herself to a fraternity convention. I think it might have been the Qs. You know, they wear the gold and the purple. So she's perched in the lobby, hair laid, you know, a career on point, shoes good, you know, legs showing. She's kikiing and you know, being entertained, all the men. Next thing you know, her front tooth popped out of her skull. Look, it didn't even fall into the glass or in her lap. The tooth fell down on the floor. Well, now, I don't have any fake teeth yet, but when I need them, I'll get them. They tell me fake teeth are expensive, so you don't just leave it there. She had to get off the bar stool and get down on the floor on all fours, crawling around looking for the tooth. She slinked back to her house. She never got any phone numbers. And can you, just all of you all with the teeth, good luck.